Bello on the beat.
Welcome to Late Night Munchies, where we munch and have fun. And we have a little bit of cocktails and, you know, we just cook it up. We just do what we do. So we munch it. You know, you get a little hungry at night after a little, So we own it. I'm going to show y'all what y'all can do real easy. We'll make it fun. I ain't going to coddle you. I'm not going to give you measurements. I'm going to teach you like your grandma would. We just going to cook and you're going to follow along, okay? Late Night Munchies. This is my sister. She's a special guest for tonight. She's a gorgeous RN. We're gonna cook together, we're gonna eat, and we're just gonna show y'all how good this food is. So let's go.
What are we making today?
Today we are doing a low country Cajun crab boil. So it's just, you know, the simple things. We have colossal shrimp, our crab legs, we have fresh corn, red potatoes, and this is the star of the show. This is our red hot Cajun thick butter seasoning, a Bambina exclusive. So that will be available online at the end for y'all to purchase, and you can make this at home. And like I said, we're just showing you how to cook the old way. You just look and learn. If you have any questions, I will always comment back. So we're gonna get this going. So the first thing, I do support other brands. Slap Your Mama seasoning. You can save money versus going and buying all the fresh ingredients. This is a great blend for a crab boil. So you start, and you put that in there. Follow the directions on the bag. Make sure it's nice and flavored. Now this is where I add my flair. So I like to add some lemons to it because the lemons just give it a nice freshness, a nice robustness that just gives it that, you know, that So we just put that in there, and I squeeze it when I put it in. And it just keeps the seafood really, really fresh. Put that in there. And then we put some onion in there. So about 10 minutes in, if you're making this at home late night, someone's gonna come downstairs and be like, what are you cooking? Because that smell is just gonna rise and tantalize their noses and their taste buds. So just putting that boil alone, you'll smell it, and that's how you know you've done it right. You smell it now? So I just simply cut it. You just, a rough cut. You want to keep it big because at the end you'll put this in the bag. And if you put it in there big, it'll keep its shape and integrity so that you can put it in the bag later. Because we're going to do like they do at those popular crab boil places. They're going to be in a bag. They're going to be seasoned with a nice red hot butter. And you're going to be able to do this at home and make it really, really easy for you. So, like I said, if you have any questions, let us know.
The temperature for the boil.
So, you just literally want to see a slow bubble at the top. You can just barely see the bubbling. That's when you're putting your ingredients in. After that, once you get everything in, you want to crank it up to a nice medium. And you want to see a rolling boil. When it's at a rolling boil, that's when we're going to do our next steps and put the corn and potatoes in. So this is about layering. It's about layering the levels of food. Because we're going to cook the potatoes, the corn, to a nice level. I would say al dente, even though this is an Italian cooking, but you know, that just means slightly, just right, just perfectly cooked. And then we're going to do the shrimp and the crab legs. And in that flavor boil, it's going to infuse all that flavor in there, and it's going to be so decadent and delicious. So that's what we're going to do. You have to prepare and get your mise en place together. Your mise en place just simply means set in place. You want to have everything ready to go so that when it's time to get your boil on, then it's ready to go. So what I do is I cut the potatoes in half, and that's just a preference thing. You can always keep them whole, but I cut them in half just because they cook a bit faster. And it creates a bigger portion if you look at it. So it's all about the eye and the vision. Next, I just cut our corn in half. You just want to take a knife And I always prefer fresh corn. Do not use the frozen. It's gonna be soggy. It's not gonna have that burst of flavor. So you just take it like this. You get a nice sharp knife. I have a German knife. And there you go. Next, today we're using a blend of pork and beef sausage because we eat all of that, you know, it's all good to us, so that's what we're doing. But you can do turkey sausage, chicken, pork, any sausage you think of, just a nice smoked robust sausage will do the job. So with that, I just cut it into 4 chunks. And I definitely like to add this to that seasoned boil stock, as I like to call it, because it infuses the flavor and it also leaches some of the flavor out from the sausage to make everything really good. So this is something that I do that not a lot of people may not do. I like to, what I call, clean my crab legs off. I prefer snow crab because it's sweeter, it's a little less expensive, it's easily available, and it's really, really good. So I just take, you see all that? I rinse my crab legs first, and then I just cut that part off, and I'll do a rinse at the end of all of these. And then I cut the half of what I call the butt, as I call it. I cut that off, and it's nice, fresh, white meat, which is fresh, so you don't have that fishy taste. So then you just remove all of that.
I was always confused about whether or not should we eat that at the end or not.
Well, since I've cut off that half that I call, it's kind of a dirty half, as I say. It has the green and all that from the body. That part is good now.
So we can eat it.
Yeah, you can pick that out. That's nice, fresh. You can see it in there, fresh white crab meat.
Good. Thank you for explaining.
So cutting that off makes it nice and clean. So while your delicious, juicy crab boil stock is getting ready, we're gonna start preparing to get our butter together. So it's my red hot Cajun thick butter. Because it's thick, it's delicious, it's saucy, it's hot, and we have a delicious house-made blend to show you how to do that. But you know, we always love our fresh ingredients, so we have our garlic here. So just, you can chop it all up, but I'm not about that chop life, so I got me a nice little food processor. I'm just gonna get this in. And just like that, instead of doing all that chopping, you have a nice chopped garlic. So that's gonna, ooh, it's so tart. But it's fresh garlic, and it's gonna, you can use the garlic that comes in jars and all that, and it's good, but this just gives it a nice, fresh, pungent, really delicious taste. So it's just an easy step, and you don't have to put it in a food processor. You can always chop it up real good. I got a vision.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so now while that's cooking, we're gonna do the butter sauce. It's really, really easy. So this is how we're gonna show how easy it is. My sister is gonna do this right now for us. She always lets me cook for us, but she handles her thing in the kitchen. So she got this. You got this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So start with the butter.
Okay.
So get that in there. Here's your spoon.
Just like
and it's a blend of whole butter and whipped butter.
Ah, I see that.
And I like the whipped butter because it gives it that thick butter texture that we be talking about.
Is that good enough, sis?
Yeah. So just tap it on the side and get that all in there. So the key to that, whip it while it melts. And I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna put your garlic in there. So we've chopped up our fresh garlic as we've showed you guys. And like I said, I'm not giving you any measurements. We like it real garlicky. So I'm gonna put a good amount of garlic in there. And we let that cook down like that.
And garlic is good for you too.
Yes, garlic is very good. It has a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. And then not only that, it is absolutely delicious. It's not much that I cook savory that doesn't have garlic in it. So we put that garlic in it. Hey. Hey. Whip it, whip it, whip it. Hey, 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 hey. So she whipping it. She whipping that butter and she whipping it. She got the garlic in it. She gonna put the sauce in it. She gonna get it together with a boss in it. She gonna get it, whip it, whip it, whip it, whip it, sis. Hey, hey, hey. So that's simple. So you see that thick? We want you to get on in here in this thickness. You know, we like it real thick.
It is thick too. My arms don't hurt.
So now this is where I put that magic in it. This is that red hot Cajun thick butter seasoning. So this has all your needs to make that delicious, sweet, spicy, juicy butter sauce. you order this and then you got it. So put a liberal amount in there. We want it to be nice and red, nice and flavored.
I like that color change.
With that drip. And you just whip it in there, get it on in there. And it's nice. You see how creamy and thick and beautiful that is? So now if you have not ordered this, I mean you should of course, but if you have not, you can use things like Cajun seasoning, lemon peppers, ranch seasonings. You can literally make this your own. That's what we want this to be about. Cooking it like it's yours. This is just a template for you. We want you to make it your own, okay? So that you gotta just do the simple things. So this is the simpler part of the recipe. We're gonna take our delicious red potatoes, and like we said, you can use golden potatoes, you can use red potatoes, fingerling potatoes. You want any potato with a nice soft flesh so that you can get that nice bite into it. But you don't want to use like a regular Idaho potato because the skin is a little bit too tough. So let's see. It smells so good. That's how you know it's ready. You can tell by the smell. It should give you a little tinge in your nose. That's how you know it's spicy, because this is a spicy, low country Cajun crab boil. So, and we late night munching it tonight. You know, this is about to be so bomb when we sit down and eat this. And what I say for these, you just cook these down until they're nice and soft when you can stick like a fork in them. Because at the end, we're gonna put it in a bag, we're gonna put it in the oven. And like I said, we're gonna do it like those crab boil places you love to go to. I'm gonna show you how to make it at home so you can save a little bit of money and enjoy the decadence and the flavor of the stuff that you love. So this is where you test. You get a little toothpick or a fork or whatever you have. And that's a good point. It goes nice and easily through the potato, but it's still firm. So we're gonna scoop all this out. I have a nice skimmer to get it out, but I mean, if you have the fish for it, I've done it before, get it how you live. Just get it out the best you can. This is about making it for you. Next step is to put your crab legs and your smoked sausages in. So like I said, today we're using a blend of beef and pork, but you can use chicken, you can use turkey, beef, you can do a combination, whatever works for you. And so I also like to put in our delicious crab legs. So you drop them in. I just feel like they both give each other a really good flavor. And they're both already partially cooked, so they both don't take a very long time. And there we go. You let it get boiling away. There we go.
So they are done, are they? Mm-hmm. They look beautiful.
It's a lot. The sausages. So we got all of it out, nice and steamed and flavor infused. And last, we're just gonna put a par cook on our shrimp, and then we're gonna get them in the oven. So I like to put a little extra seasoning in the shrimp because I keep my shrimp in the shells. You can do it without shells, but shell is like a bone. You know when you eat a chicken wing and it's on a bone, like a little wing, and it's so good and flavorful? It's a lot better than a boneless wing. That's how shrimp is with a shell. So that's how I leave it on the shell. And let's go ahead and dump that into our seasoned water. And we just want to get a par cook on that. So we just want it to cook, you know, halfway, because we're going to put it all in the bag, put the butter sauce on it, put it in the oven, and it's just going to melt together like a dance. It's going to be so good. So that's next.
sorry.
What? So this is the point where you make your boil. This is the fun part where it's gonna get really delicious. So I'm gonna just grab me. You just grab what you want. I'm gonna grab me a couple pieces of corn. I like corn, so I'm gonna get 3 pieces of corn. Some potatoes. A little handful of shrimp. I like all the sausages, so I'm gonna put it all in there. Some crab legs. I'm gonna get a little bit of garlic.
Ooh.
And then I'm gonna go over here with this sauce. So we put them on these pans just to keep it really, you know, clean and neat. You don't want your oven to get messy. So take a look at this red hot Cajun butter.
Oh my gosh. Did I do that?
You did that! My sister did that. Look at that drip. Oh, look at that. All that flavor. So you just want to go get all on everything. Put that garlic, that flavor. Put a lot in there. That's the
There's
point.
stuff at the bottom. Oh my goodness.
Pot of garlic on there and stuff.
Yeah, I like that. Alright, 1 more teaspoon. She did it so much more elegant than I did.
You did good. Yeah, put your little green, your little parsley on there, and your seasoning. Yeah, look, get her in there. That look like mine. That look good.
No, yours looks really
Put
good.
your parsley on there. It looks so good. Put it in there, and you follow the steps. You order the product, or you use what you want to use. This is about making it your own, making it delicious. It's easy to follow. It's authentic. It's spicy, so be ready for that. And we're gonna put this in the oven. It's gonna be so good. Late night munchies is about eating good food. That's simple to do, that's delicious, that's decadent, that makes you want to go to sleep after. That's what late night munchies is about. This is that knock you out, put you to bed good. So get ready, okay? Look at that. And it ain't even been in the oven yet. Almost like you tied a shoe. You see the loop, and then you just put it in. And then you want to poke a hole in it so that it doesn't burst. Just one little hole. So you got it? So pull it up. Get the air out. Okay, sit. Put it in a loop. Put it in a loop. And then pull it through.
Why would I be wrapping it that
And then poke a little hole in it. Alright, and then we're going to put this in the oven for about 10 minutes. Because everything's pretty much cooked. So 10 minutes, everything is going to, I would say 10 to 15. I have a convection oven, so the wind is blowing, so it's a little bit faster. So I would say 10 to 15 minutes, put this in. You want to see it nice and juicy and steamed. And then it's time to mukbang. If you don't know what mukbang is, we're going to tell you what it is. Because it's late night munchies and we're munching and we're mukbanging and we're having fun, okay? We'll put it in the oven.
Your fingers ain't going.
Yeah. Ooh, look at that.
I know, that's just
Oh my
really
God.
loud. Okay. My fingers burning, but that's how you know she's a chef. She can just touch this hot food.
It's so good. The oil hot though.
This shrimp right here.
I love the sausage. That should not be this good. We got crab legs, colossal shrimp, a little bit of the Now this is for the people who don't want to use the crackers. Use your teeth. You use your hands. And you can use a little fork if you want to be fancy, like. And then you could dip it all in that butter sauce.
I got so much butter sauce it don't make no sense.
Is it good?
What?
That stuff was going everywhere.
This butter should not be like.
If they ordered a seasoning, they see how easy that was to make. You did it so good. And I just roll my corn in there like this. Late night munchies.
Definitely the late night munchies.
No, this is like the ultimate late night munchies food. It's buttery. You know, you need something to coat your stomach, but you don't want to be too full that you feel sickening when you wake up. So this make you feel full, but it's seafood. So when you wake up, you be like, bam, because it's that late night munchies. And then that butter though.
My butter is not
Make
right.
you sing.
Oh my gosh.
You know I love me some corn.
I do too. Yes.
Simple.
So, you said your special blend is as far as purchasing.
ChefBambina.com. Our red hot Cajun thick butter seasoning. So it's good for butters like this. It's good to sear seafood and chicken and steaks. It's like just an all around flavor enhancer. But you put it in some butter and you got like some magic going on.
Yeah, you definitely do. I mean, look at all this goodness.
So much flavor. So we gonna enjoy this food. And we just want to thank you for tuning in to Late Night Munchie with Bambina and friends. But tonight is family, my sister. So tune in again. We got y'all. We munching. So DM us. Let us know. What do you want us to cook? What type of munchies do you want to learn how to make? I'm thinking some Chicago style food next time. So make sure you tune in. Late Night Munchies.